And now, presenting from across the pond, it's the Squared Circle Relics Podcast.
Hello and welcome. I am Lloydy the Liberator, and welcome to episode 13. Lucky for some, I'm sure. Unlucky for others, no doubt.
Technical problems are going to be coming, I'm sure.
Probably. I am here, as usual, with Margaret's best boys, Jamie Stocker and Chris McCarthy. How you doing, boys?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Not bad.
All good, all
How
good,
about
all
you,
good.
Dave?
Well, let's say, Jamie, you went last time. So, Jamie, how are you this week? Last couple of weeks, how have you been going?
Yeah, you're all right. Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, not bad at all. On the road to Christmas now. So, started my Christmas shopping, and there have been my purchases this week. I sort of done a few bits and pieces. Went to London on Monday, had a quick look around and bit of London tanning. Got a bit festive around there. Bit all good otherwise, really. How about you two? Have your lives sort of settled down with illnesses and head wounds and everything else?
Go on, Chris, you first.
Not really.
You first.
No, we've all been ill this last week, so yeah, it's not been very fun. I think I'm over it, but yeah, not a good weekend.
Really?
The opposite kind of weekend to what we had planned.
I gotta say, yeah, breaking a 4-4, yeah. So none of us ended up going to Comic-Con in the end, so it all sort of fell apart at the 10th hour. So we are going to make plans to do something somewhere down the line, but yeah, just life, isn't it, really, you know?
If anyone was going there to meet us specifically, which I doubt there was, we do apologise. But if you did, we'll obviously, and you reach out to us, we'll obviously get you assigned something in the future.
I did actually have a couple of people message me actually who were a bit disappointed that we weren't going.
Yeah, same.
So, you know, it is what it is, really. It's quite nice that people wanted to actually say hello, but yeah, we'll get down the line, won't we, eventually?
Yeah. It was it was one of those things. It just was not meant to be, was it? It was just like one thing after the other kept happening. And I tell you guys the night before, you know, we cancelled sort of on the Friday.
Yeah.
The Friday night, my mum fell over and like sprained her wrist. So she was meant to be getting to my house at like 6 a.m. the next day. So she wouldn't have been able to do that anyway. So yeah, even if we hadn't cancelled, it would have ended up probably being cancelled anyway. So.
Talking of raining and pouring, so the wife has been ill all the way through. Basically, she's got a cold that she can't shake. But maybe and potentially it's because Stanley's got scarlet fever.
Oh shit! Yeah, it's going around, isn't it?
Oh my god!
You're having all the like newsworthy illnesses, isn't you, Lloydy?
Hand, foot, and mouth.
Within 3 weeks, hand, foot, and mouth, and scarlet fever, man. So he started. He had a bad weekend last weekend. We just thought it was a cold, and then he went into nursery on Monday. There was a notification that came out from the nursery saying that they've had a couple of cases. Yeah. And then he came back. He did have a red cheek, like right side of his cheek was a bit red, but he's teething as well, so we didn't know. The next day, there was a letter on the nursery door that said that there has been cases in the nursery, and the time he got home, it was all the sandy spottiness, as it's like sandpaper. It was all over his back and going around his front. So yeah,
poor guy.
Bad. But he's been, to be honest, it was bad the weekend because he had the fever, but the spottiness of it, he's been fine with generally. He's good in himself. He's just been off this week again, so me and the wife are doing the tag team to look after him, and yeah, it's just been another one of those weeks basically.
He's roll on in the kitchen though, isn't he?
Oh, he's loving the kitchen in a minute. Pots and pans are his favourite. Get him in the house 2 minutes, he's straight in there. He loves banging those pan lids on the floor, screeching them across the floor. Oh, he loves it. So, it's fine. Like, come Monday, he'll be back to nursery. I'm off work, not next week, the week after, and I'm really looking forward to some downtime now. It's just been full on for the last month or so. So, yeah. So, anyway, what have we been watching, guys? AEW? We normally start with AEW.
Love a bit of AEW. Again, as always, ever the person watching it first thing in the morning with his cornflakes. So I watched Dynamite this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm as soon as I can, I always try and catch up with Dynamite. Just because I don't know if I'm going to fit it in over the weekend, you know. And by that point, you don't want it spoiled, do you? Really? Yeah. But again, I always enjoy AEW. So yeah, another few interesting weeks for them with Regal coming, going, now leaving.
Yeah,
the place is turning into TNA. It really is. Yeah. I don't get me wrong. Like the bad bit of TNA was good back in the day, but it just feels like it's going to TNA. Like people coming and going, all the time, and Regal as well. You know what I mean? Like out of all of them, it's just weird, strange.
I just find it so bizarre that it's just sort of like at the moment, although the TV is good, nothing seems to be wrapping up like properly. And I was like thinking back like how the past year's been with AEW. Like every pay-per-view this year, you're going in one direction, then something else then unsettles it. So everything with Wardlow, obviously, then you had the whole MJF stuff. The whole thing with MJF, you then had overshadowed by Punk. Like everything is overshadowed by something else. And now MJF's got the belt. It's now cocked up with Regal sort of jumping ship, you know?
So you're saying AEW has got like ADHD? It's going from one thing to the other.
Oh, it just doesn't seem to complete anything. Like it's
brilliant.
Like me doing DIY, like it just doesn't get finished. Like, jeez.
I think it's the nature of the beast, though, because it's still like on one side it's evolving, on the other side it's a bit of a mess, and it shows within their product. They do great pay-per-views. They're very watchable. Generally, it's quite watchable from week to week. I just don't know where it's going in 2023, to be honest. It could go either way, and that's sad, I think, to be honest.
There was a cracking match on Dynamite this week, though. It was Samoa Joe and Darby Allin. And Samoa Joe done the proper, like, Vader versus Cactus Jack type match, like, suplexing on the concrete, ramming into the post. Just generally a proper Cactus Jack taking a battering, you know? And Joe just looks like a monster, you know, like moving out of the way of the dive, so he's just like splatting on the floor now. That's well worth watching. So yeah, a good Dynamite anyway.
I watched last week's Dynamite, and there was nothing really there that, you know, they had the Bryan Danielson versus Dax and stuff like that, but the whole show was not that good. It just felt a bit, I don't know, lackluster.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, it's all gets centered around MJF, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that shitty title he's got.
The Burberry belt, the BBB.
Is it? I was about to say, what's different? Is it Burberry?
It's Burberry leather, isn't it?
No way.
But it's really faint.
I was about to say, I couldn't even notice. I thought it just looked like bronze or like a brownie. Yeah. Burberry.
It's not that nice.
Okay.
But who are they going to like really pit him against over the next, say, 6 months? Wardlow's, I believe.
It's got to be Wardlow. Oh, right. Is he really?
I knew that there was something wrong with him in September, but he's been off for a bit now.
It's been a while.
I don't know if it was intentionally because to give MJF the run, but it probably is a bit of both.
Yeah.
I think obviously at the minute Danielson's the plan, isn't it? I guess for the time being. I don't really know.
I don't know. What about Survivor Series? Oh, no. God, no. Talking of WWE, what about Survivor Series War Games? Did we watch?
I call a few of the highlights. I didn't watch the whole pay-per-view. But the main event looked really, really good. I was impressed with that. With the Usos, the Bloodline, and KO.
I'm not going to lie. I know the results. I didn't watch any of it. I didn't really see any reels or anything of it, which is very strange for me. I normally see some of it, or actually the show. I normally actually buy the pay-per-views these days. It's not one I gravitated towards. Survivor Series is actually one of my favourites as well, to be honest.
But what, like the old format rather than War Games?
I'm not a fan of War Games.
Yeah,
I know people go gaga for it and stuff, and
War Games.
I'm just not a fan of how it's set up. So, you know, each their own. But I would say that apart from Was it Austin Theory winning?
Yes.
Apart from that, every single match was predictable.
Yeah.
So no real big shocks across the board, and I think that's kind of put me off on like trying to look for the replays of it and stuff like that. But
I don't know. I think the Bloodline match is well worth a watch. So if you're going to watch anything from the pay per view, I'd say probably that. The Sami Zayn.
Don't get me wrong, the product is
really
a lot better under Triple H than it ever was under Vince for the last 20 years. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
Okay, cool. Right, should we get into some news?
Oh yeah, cards.
Let's talk cards.
That's what
we're here for, man. Let's talk some cards. So, Upper Deck AEW 2022, because we've got to be specific about it now.
It's all confused how Upper Deck have got their finger out.
Exactly. Well, we're talking about this on the big topic, so let's pin that one. We're out and about with it, but we'll give our review on the big topic in the middle of the show. So, a bit of bone of contention, really. So, Upper Deck AEW Full Gear match dated moments, and the shit show that was the 2022 match dated moments achievements.
It's still a shit show for me at the minute as well. Fucking hell.
Is it?
Go on, Jamie. Go on.
Why? What's up?
Right, so I have had a complete base set over the entire year, right?
Yes.
So I've not missed a single base card. I've redeemed them throughout the year, and they've gone to ComC.
Yeah.
However, they're only shown as 4 out of 20 currently on my E-Pack, with the last 4 from Full Gear. And I don't know what the hell I've done wrong. Tommy obviously said about maybe waiting until Tuesday. Still says 4 out of 20, and I'm just giving up. So I'm just like,
did you redeem? So when they did the first lot, did you redeem to get those cards?
No, so it wasn't available. I know, Chris, it let you just take the whole lot, didn't it?
Yeah. I waited till the Tuesday, and then I waited. So mine was the same at first, and wouldn't let me do it because I'd redeemed them, I assume. But then on the Tuesday, it kind of reset itself, and then I was able to get the achievements.
Yeah, so I still
for the base,
yeah, for the base, yeah.
So because I've got the full silver base set, so I got the silver base set, the silver set.
Yeah.
So I got the silvers because the reason it happened for me is because when they first did the fuck up, basically, I redeemed the base set to get those 2 cards.
Okay.
For the base, and then I need to, after that Tuesday, wait until to get the full 6 cards for the achievement base. But I haven't done that yet. Chris, well done. You've reminded me to do it. So after the show, I'll go and do that. But I don't know, Jamie. Like,
it's really strange.
That is strange.
I'll show you a screenshot later, but I guess at some point they'll be on ComC, won't they? I guess they'll be the same as the other achievement cards, so I will get them. But I can't figure out. I guess it's just all went tits up, didn't it? Really, you know?
Yeah.
Well, for those that didn't know what happened, this is just a quick recap. They put out their achievement cards originally, and they were 1 to 6, and the way that it was formatted is that the base was going to get 5, 6, the silvers were going to get 3, 4, and the gold was going to get 1, 2.
That's right, yeah.
But they were just like plain Jane, achievement cards. They weren't that at all. And then there was a massive screw up about the redemption of them. I don't think you could redeem the golds or something like that. And then, anyway, it was a mass, and people hated them as well, right? That was the main thing about this.
They look cheap, don't they? They're not worth what
they look rubbish,
people were buying in for.
Yeah.
So basically, autos, weren't they, and stuff?
Yeah. Well, they were expecting. I think autos was a bit. I don't know. Maybe for the gold achievements, I don't know, but I don't know what people. To be fair, people have spent thousands of pounds on this, right? So I get that they probably wanted more. Autos, I thought would have been a bit of a stretch, but instead, so AEW tried to fix everything, and basically the base had like a bronze color, the silver got a silver color, and the gold got the gold color variants of them. So you can go in there and redeem them now. There was a problem with the base because some people had obviously redeemed cards 5 and 6. And so they were going to reset it all so people could claim the full 6. So that's what we were talking about basically. But it's just been a shit show. And I think the more prevalent thing in all of this is that the cards themselves are pretty shit. And a lot of people don't like it.
They're a bit like, they remind me of the parallels that people are getting in the UK Panini debut. Like, they've got no real significance for the fact that you've got gold, silver, and base, have you? Like, it doesn't really matter at all, does it really?
Yeah.
The only reason that I wanted them is because of Jade was in there. Because it's one of the first Jade cards, right? Like the 4th or 5th Jade card. So, and I was close to completing the silvers anyway, so I thought, why not? But no way I'm going anywhere to try to complete those golds, man.
No.
It's a waste of money. When each one of them is $50 plus, what's the point? You know what I mean? There's nothing from them. Anyway, let's move on from that shit show. I just hope, if anything, Upper Deck, and you know that they're not going to, but Upper Deck might learn from this.
You'd hope so, wouldn't you? You'd hope if they do this again next year, they make the achievement a lot more desirable. Otherwise, people aren't going to want to go in for all of them.
Well, quick question before we move on. Are you going to be collecting them for 2023? Knowing that the achievements are potentially shit, and it's a shed load of money.
For me, I never went in for the achievements, if that makes sense. I just like the match day at moments cards. So yeah, I probably will.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a sucker for sort of like on demand stuff. Like if there's something that's appealing, like I always will try and get them. I think AEW more than anything because I always watch the pay-per-views, but. I'll still go for them. I think for the cost of them, like if you get a gold, it's quite a nice valuable card as a freebie, isn't it? Really. So, and they're always good images. Like, they're not poor images, are they? They're quite unique, aren't they? So,
I think the Hook one was skeptical because obviously the thing is, I think the images themselves are very well done. Like I would say better than what is on the flagship and stuff like that. Yeah. You know, I think they're very well. Yeah, they're very well produced, I would say. The problem is for me, like if there are rookies, of course I will be in for them next year, but I'm not going for base silvers, golds anymore. I'm pretty much done with it, to be honest.
What do we have out of rookies out of this year? We've had quite some big names. Didn't we have Wardlow's rookie, Jade Cargill's rookie out of these MDMs, didn't we, this year?
All depends what you class as a rookie.
Yeah.
Rookie
age-old question.
Rookie, yeah.
So it's Jade's first card.
Yeah.
So if you want to class that as her rookie, it's the same with Hook.
Yeah.
And it was the same with, the Acclaimed as well.
Oh, Acclaimed, yeah, cool.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, it was Wardlow's second card.
Second card, wasn't it?
Yeah. So yeah, it was those 3, I believe.
Yeah, I can't think there's anyone else throughout the year.
Yeah,
I think Jamie Hayter. Obviously, this was a big card for her, wasn't it? I know it isn't her first, but this is going to be like the first mainstream card, wasn't it?
Similar with Danhausen as well.
Yeah.
Obviously not first card, but
oh god, there's about 1 million Danhausen cards now.
But first, like official, by a company,
yeah. But I think there's still an appeal there, regardless of it. I think you might obviously get less people buying into them, but
god, I think a lot of people have been put off because of the achievements, but ultimately, I think there's a lot of people that will probably keep on that bandwagon just because they like the cards. So, sadly, I don't think I'm going to be one of them. AEW new arrivals, AR Fox. We obviously all go in for this, right?
Yeah. It's always worth a gamble, isn't it?
Oh, really? Chris, you didn't go for it?
I totally missed it. Is it still available?
I think it's still available.
Okay, I might get one.
It's normally a week in it. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Wow. You are ill.
I have been.
Your brain is fuzzy.
Yeah. Any silvers, Jamie?
No, I bought 2 packs, no silvers, and I didn't even buy any 2021 this time around either. I've now stopped buying the $12.99 packs.
I saw some guy pulled a Jake Hager auto today out of EPAC.
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. And I'm not going to say this in my purchases. I have bought a couple of those packs this week. Not this week, over the last 2 weeks, should I say. Nothing. No. I think I bought 2 or 3, maybe 4. I can't remember how many exactly. But, nothing. No, I expected to get nothing because that's where it's been going. So,
I think for me at this point in time, like what I'm after, I'm just there's nothing unless you're going to get a big hit. There's nothing there that's worth me chasing now, really.
Yeah, I watched your video today, Jamie, or from our Facebook group, and yeah, you've only got like quite niche stuff left now, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's like the big.
You're not going to get much now, yeah.
No. So we'll see, but no, yeah, just the 2 packs for me this time around. And again, I nearly missed buying these. If I hadn't seen someone on an AEW Facebook group, I was like, oh yeah, shit, I need to get on that. Did you ever see AR Fox here in the UK when he was on the Brit Rest scene?
No.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I saw him at like Southside show, like a Speed King tournament, and he was like doing 630s, and it didn't really impress me back then. But there you go. It's my only time I've ever seen him. I've never seen him outside of that, really.
No, I don't know. He seems okay. No great shakes. You know what I mean?
No, exactly.
Yeah, agreed.
That's the thing. A lot of the new arrivals have been people who are no great shakes. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think it for me as well. There is an achievement coming for this, isn't there?
I think so.
Sure, there is.
I'm pretty sure.
And I don't know whether AR Fox is the last one before they close it down. But whatever. I yet again, I think I'm closing off the new arrivals as well. If anything, I continue, it would probably be that. But as I say, no great shakes.
Talking about AEW, just really quickly, diverting very quickly about the new arrivals. I would love to see a Tony Khan card release at some point. I've done some Googling. He hasn't got a card. I think you could probably do quite good money on there if you had like a random auto version of it within a pack or something.
It wouldn't come via new arrivals.
No, not new arrivals, but a card.
Like match day at moments, it might do.
Yeah, or like in a premium product if they done one or something, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he hasn't got a card anywhere, so.
I bet he's got a proper wet mark signature as well. Like proper like Tony Khan, I love everybody. I bet it's got fucking love hearts on it and shit like that.
Tony the Dragon Steamboat Khan.
Oh.
Like proper classic legend auto.
I don't know. I bet it's like
pens.
proper
TK.
Yeah. And it smells of perfume afterwards as well. It's got that aroma to it. Anyway, sunshine, buttercups, wanker. Anyway,
episode title there: Sunshine, Buttercups, Wanker.
Sunshine, Buttercups, Wanker. Panini Instant Survivor Series War Games. So we had Lynch, Styles, Theory, and Zayn. I've seen the cards. Obviously, I haven't gone in for them. Guys, you gone in for them at all?
No, not for me.
And I offered them to the group as well. No one wanted them in our
no takers
either. So no takers whatsoever. So no interest this time.
I did like AJ Styles is so photogenic, isn't he? Like the leaps and the bounds that he does that get caught on camera. If I was a proper AJ Styles, I'm a Mickey Mouse AJ Styles collector, but if I was a proper one, I'd have had to have gone big on that one, to be honest. I don't think there's much left either. I think there was like a Styles out of 25 still once I last looked, but pretty much they all sold out quite quickly, I think.
Quite big names, though, weren't they?
And they're all collectible names. People would go in for them, don't they?
People, that's it.
Exactly. And finishing off the news, obviously we've got products coming out in the near future. Let's go to WWE Chronicles first, 30th of the 12th.
Not long.
That's not going to happen.
Ain't long at all, is it?
Like,
you don't think?
What? No. I would be very surprised.
Yeah,
I would be very surprised. I don't think either that AEW Metal will be coming out on the 4th of the 1st either. I can't imagine it. A couple of weeks after New Year, maybe. push it back potentially a couple of weeks after the new year. I don't know. What do you reckon?
Well, I did notice that Steel City on their thing, it does say subject to change on the date, on the date. So we shall see. Quite a good price point, though, isn't it, Chronicles? I don't know how that
really
squares up to it would normally be, but
it's about on par for other products. So it's seen as like a lesser set a lot of the time. Like not as many people like it. It's something, just your normal. It's not one of these big products. Do you know what I mean? It's something that
low to middle.
Yeah, I would say low. When the retail version of this stuff comes out, it's normally pretty cheap. So
okay,
we'll see.
You can actually pre-order it, and we're not getting paid to say this. We don't get paid to say any of this shit. So I believe First and Goal, they do have WWE Chronicles for pre-order. I think it's around about 130 odd.
Okay, that's not bad then.
No, that ain't bad really, actually, considering.
Yeah. It was a really good price, to be honest. So and not for pre-order on Sports Car Trading or King of Hoops. So how weird's that?
Weird.
It is a bit of a weird one. And of course, we do have a date which I'm sure will be hit, and that is AEW Upper Deck Allure.
WrestleMania season, mate. That is my WrestleMania.
19th of the 4th, we hope. But I've got high hopes, really high hopes, and I'll be going in for this.
Yeah, I will and all.
I think the price point's quite good as well.
Pretty reasonable, isn't it? I think it's similar to Chronicles, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Whereas I think...
that'll be... Sorry.
No, go on, you go, son.
Like I say, I think this is going to be the first 2022 product I'm going to buy from AEW. I think I'm going to skip Flagship, and this is going to be the first one.
What about Skybox Metal? You're going to... That's about £200.
Yeah, I don't think so, to be fair.
No.
I don't think I'm going to have the money at the moment. I think I'm just going to keep working with 21 for the time being, and then hopefully by the time Allure comes out, I'll move on to that, I think, but we'll see.
Yeah.
See, he wants a bit of fun. He doesn't want grey and metal. He wants a bit. He wants to get on that bus.
I don't know.
He wants to get on that bus with Danhausen. Choo choo.
The party bus.
So let's take a trip over to Jamie's corner.
So in my corner this week then, Superstar Autos, let's do that first of all. No, I have not seen anything, and this one is dying a death, I think, sadly.
Unfortunately, I haven't either.
I thought we would have by the end of the year, like we could actually have a big run through, go, look, we've found all these autos, except there's just too many that we can't find or not out there. So are we in a voting that we are going to scrap the Superstar Autos and it has died a death with the top slide?
Yeah, until we see an influx, then let's take it off.
Okay, so
I didn't even have it on the agenda today because it's gone, man.
But you can't even find the product anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's gone.
What's out there is out there now. So
it's weird that there's a load of slam attacks, but I thought that this stuff would be quite regularly available.
I think what blows my mind is that there are so many autos in this. Even the releases we have leaked over here, you still see a lot more of those autos on the open market. And I know it's geared up to kids, but it just doesn't seem to be that many out there. So it's very bizarre.
It's a shame, but what can you do?
So Autographs, we're going to kill that segment for 2023. That is now done. Facebook group. So the old Facebook page has now gone. So if you were looking for it, it has now gone. That went yesterday, so that's now finished. If you want to join the Facebook group, hop on board. You can do obviously videos, pictures. We're going to have events. It's going to be sort of our hub, I guess, as well as obviously the live listen chat. But there'll be a hub there. So if you can't find it, hit us up. But it's quite easy to find us. Do Squared Circle Relics, and you'll find the group there. All three of us.
Everyone's always chatting on there.
It's good fun, isn't it?
It is good fun. I think everyone's kind of made the time for it as well, so it's really cool, man. It's good chatting to everyone, but we're all like-minded people as well. So it's been good, man.
And it's slightly different. Obviously, we're not doing it like a buy and selling page. Obviously, that's, if people want to down the line, maybe, we might open up further for that. But at the minute, it's just a nice chat for people to come on and have a bit of a forum, really, isn't it, really?
Yeah. Really cool.
So, talking about the Facebook group, obviously we are doing Advent, so we've moved into December. So we've obviously been doing a pack a day or 2 packs a day, whatever you've got to hand. And again, it's been quite cool seeing people's rips. Adam's doing these videos on there each day. We've got loads of other people doing obviously their rips each morning. So again, it's quite nice to do with it. Obviously, seeing people rip various things. I know you guys obviously all bought in as well. So I don't know if you fancy doing a bit cool. of a rip ski later on, or how you want to play it, really.
Yeah, do it now if you want.
Just do it now.
Yeah, do it now. Let me rip us open. Right, okay, what we got?
So in case people haven't seen, obviously on the group, so I bought 3 blasters. So I've got Road to WrestleMania 2015 2 boxes and one of 2016, with the idea that there are Sting relics and autos in one of them and Lesnar ones, and they're Canadian Walmart blasters. So done the lucky dip, so I'm doing a pack of each. So we'll do the 2015 first. So I have got.
Good luck.
Thank you. Right.
Good luck, mate. Good luck. Spin to win.
So we've got Funkadactyls Breakup on the 7th edition of Raw.
Yep.
We've got Seth Rollins defeats John Cena in a steel cage match. We have Ricky Steamboat going into the Hall of Fame. WrestleMania 8, classic WrestleMania matches, Hitman versus Piper. We've got The Rock putting John Cena at WrestleMania. And we've got sumo match, Big Show versus Aki Bono. So some real memorable moments from 2014 there.
Awesome.
And right, the second pack we have got here. Right, so we have Kevin Owens. Oh, the second pack, by the way, is 2016 Road to WrestleMania. So a nice another year on. So Kevin Owens defeats Solomon Crowe on NXT. Bray Wyatt cost Roman Reigns a Money in the Bank contract for Money in the Bank 2015. In a match I have no memory of, neither that moment. Daniel Bryan defeating Kane in the casket match in January of 2015 on SmackDown. Again, no memory of that whatsoever. Roman Reigns spears Brock Lesnar mid F5 from WrestleMania 31 triple threat match. Neville makes his WWE main event debut. And then we have 2 bonus inserts. So we've got an Immortals card of the Viper. And the last one I've got is Dean Ambrose WrestleMania insert. Again, they've done that design year after year, didn't they? Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
It's also... They also did it on Slam as well.
They've done it also for SummerSlam Tops Now cards they did as well. That same sort of... Again, a real crap insert they did year after year. So, not a great couple of packs there. Again, let's hope some gold later on down the line. So,
I win some, yellow some.
Right, who wants to do the next 2 packs then?
Go on, Chris.
Shall I do mine? Right, so full disclosure, I've been recording mine, and I'm going to do a montage for my YouTube channel. So I am going to record this. So just bear with me. Right,
Rocky IV montage.
Right, here we go. Day 8.
He dies.
He dies. So I have Heritage 2016. So we'll do that first. I've just realised I'm not even doing this on camera. So I'm recording, but not doing it on camera. So I'm going to have to... Okay. Boom. So we got Kevin Owens, Jack Swagger, Bray Wyatt, Zack Ryder, Colin Cassidy rookie card, Bam Bam Bigelow legend. Then we got WCW All-Stars of Brian Knobbs, record breaker of The Undertaker, and a turn back the clock of Shawn Michaels. I'll show you that one.
You like your
I love them. Yeah, cards of cards. It's because it's cards.
Card of cards.
Can't get much better than that. And then I have a bonus relic card as well. So let's see what's in here.
Drum roll, please. 101.
So you get a Brock Lesnar first. So you got your Brock there.
Yep.
There you go. And then the other one is a Sami Zayn matte relic. So
Yeah. 1-1?
Not a 1-1.
It's not 1-1.
It is a to 199. So there you go.
I'll tell you what event that's
There
from.
you go. Let's have a look. The NXT University of Central Florida special taping.
Oh.
No. First, 22nd of January 2016.
I'm just going to have a look at, see what's significant about that being a special taping.
Okay, while you're doing that, I'll open mine.
Good luck.
So I'm opening NXT from Panini this year. I can already tell you that there is no color. So all base. So I got a Primate rookie, a Mark Coffey, a Joe Casey rookie card, a Triple H in a suit laughing his bum off, Ilya Dragunov, which is not his rookie because he's done quite a few, Tiger Turan. Is he actually still with NXT?
Oh, I don't think so.
Tiger
But
Turan?
I
don't think
Tiger
he is.
card of his.
Rookie card anyway. Drew McIntyre. This is it's still base. It's 103, but it's the. I'm pretty sure it's the one that you've got, Jamie. You had that.
I did.
In
I've
colour?
got that in green, and that's the same image on the auto as well. Yeah.
There you go. And I have an Andre Chase rookie card, but it's the gold writing parallel.
Okay.
I don't know the actual how many golds you got. I think it was like 4 per box or something like that. Maybe a bit more, maybe a bit less.
I think 3 or 4 sounds about right.
I think that's about right for what I had.
Yeah. I think out of like the 3 Bron Breaker cards that are in that, in the set, I think I need one of the 3 golds. So I need to work out which one and get it. So
just quickly about the NXT tapings from the January 22nd, 2016, right? So Sami Zayn didn't appear on there at all for the entire taping. However, they announced that Sami Zayn and Samoa Joe would be a 2 out of 3 Falls match next month. And the big thing that happened on that taping was, this is a massive thing, huge surprise time. William Regal came out and introduced Austin Aries to the crowd. And that was what happened on that edition of NXT.
Hey, it was big back then, I tell you.
And now he goes into our roulette envelope. Anymore. So there we go.
Boom.
Yeah, he loves a banana. Austin Aries, he loves a banana. So, Jamie's Corner, we still have... So what about your Red Wave and your Orange Flash?
So Orange Flash, nothing's happened with them. I'm going to hold off until I get... Because I've basically bought loads of lots, so I want to get a checklist and find out where I'm at with those. I also need to figure out what I'm doing between 300 and 400 because there's no Orange Flash for them. So we'll wait and see what I decide to do. Red Wave, I bought 2 more. So I've got an Omos and Undertaker. So slowly trimming them down. So that's where I'm at with those. But just one quick thing from my corner. I don't know if you guys know Michael. He does obviously like the trading cards online.
Wrestling cards worldwide.
Yeah, he's always got good deals and anything. Like buy 3, buy 4 free.
Buy 5, get 7 free and stuff. I really like that.
He's been around a long time. I remember the first time I met him was like a 1PW show donkeys years ago. But basically, he has got loads of new stock coming in. And he sent me a picture of all these cards. And he's got like 4,000 cards of base cards and all this sort of stuff. But I was asking him, I said, where the hell did you get all these from? Knowing that obviously I normally look on eBay and all this sort of stuff. He said he got it from a council house clearance. He said the person hadn't obviously died or anything, but they were a bit of a hoarder. And basically that they had to clear the stuff out. And I guess he's obviously paid a price for them. Obviously he hasn't divulged. But can you imagine coming across that on like a council auction? Unbelievable.
Crazy, yeah.
That is mad.
So but he's got but he said like they don't smell. There's no, like he said, they are pretty much pack fresh. So so keep your eyes peeled from that.
That's always the smoke smell or the musky,
like the mouldy kind of
yeah. But he said they're all packed nice. He said they're just like been put in, like someone's bought them and just kept them. So watch his space. But he's got a lot of work to go through. He's now going through them like base set by base set to see what's actually there. So A nice lucky dip to keep him busy over Christmas. But yeah, I didn't realise you could do like house clearance auctions, but yeah, they do exist somewhere.
No. Fair play to him for, looking and finding. Do you know what I mean? That's a random place to find wrestling cards.
Yeah, I think with obviously his market, like
fair play.
There's no one really, buying bulk cards like that, is there? So
no.
Good on him. So that wraps up Jamie's corner.
Lovely.
Nice.
Well, we're going to go into a new segment this week called Chris's Nook. I had to call it something, so it's I've called it Chris's
Nook.
And hopefully, Jamie, you're putting music across this.
I will be putting music across this, yeah. I did have an idea actually yesterday, but I sent it to Chris on WhatsApp and then chickened out and deleted the messages.
You deleted it and I don't know what it said.
No.
What did it say?
I realised it was going to be too tough, but I might try and do some more digging. But
okay.
I just had...
Well, don't tell.
No, I had this idea, but yeah, I'm just going to put some backing music on for the time being anyway, so...
Okay.
The problem is you've got like a day to do it.
Yeah, no, this is like a long-term thing I was just thinking about, but my brain's always running, honestly.
Okay.
Fair enough. So, welcome to my Nook.
Yes.
Really, it's just to say thank you to the few guys that have left us a 5-star review. So we have seen a few of those, and we appreciate them. You are entered into the competition that I'm running, but I need more. I need more reviews. So I will be putting this on social media this week just to try and gain some traction on it. And if you are thinking I was one of the clever people that bought the Kendo Nagasaki card and you think I don't want to enter a competition to win something I've already got, all you need to do is just let me know and I'll replace it with something like, some cards, or tell me who your PC, and I'm sure I've got something pretty cool of that wrestler. Or if you want some...
In Slam Attacks Chrome, probably.
You can't have any of my Slam Attacks Chrome, but you can have something else, for sure. And, even if you want some wax, I've always got some wax stashed in my Nook somewhere. So
Except Chrome.
I've got Chrome stashed, but you can't have it. You can't have the Chrome, sorry. I want all the Chrome.
Right. Okay. Cheers, Raz.
No worries.
Let's go off to purchases for the week. Raz's breaks and misses. Jamie.
Right.
Go on, you go
so
first.
We're on a little bit of downward spiral, obviously, towards Christmas now. I'm not obviously buying as much into Christmas. So Red Wave, I've just bought those two. Just been picking up odds and ends, really. Of course, we're in like full-blown World Cup season now. So I bought my very first football card. So I actually went in and bought the Panini Instant Jude Bellingham, scoring his first senior goal in the World Cup. I know it's not obviously like a rookie card or like a first card, but quite a significant card.
Birmingham City Star. I have to say
I was waiting.
But I'm on a bit of a Jude rabbit hole. So I mine up a couple of like early cards and things like that. So I won't obviously start a PC, but I think if he blows up over the next few years, he might be one to pick up stuff for now. He's quite cheap, isn't he?
I wish he does, to be honest. He can blow up all
So
don't get me wrong, he's great for England, but yes, I'm Aston Villa, mate.
Let's move on quickly then in that case. So yeah, that's that one. Wrestling wise, I picked up a Famous Scenes card. So these are at the 2 figure packs that was done by Jax in the early 2000s, and it's like an individual card with like little film strip down the side. Again, I'm trying to get hold of these, so I picked up the Dudley Boys one on eBay quite cheap, and I've sent it to David Lloyd's favourite PC collector of Dominic Mysterio, Gordo. Gordo's very kindly offered to take this in because it's in Canada, and he's going to mail it out to me. So thank you to Gordo for that. Picked up my first Panini Impeccable this last couple of weeks. So picked up a Zach Gibson stainless steel auto out of 99. A bit of a colour match with all the reds and whites and the Liverpool scarf and red and white of the card. Picked that up for $8. You know what? For a first Impeccable card, I can't argue with that. I'm quite happy with that one. War Games PC. Picked up a Keith Lee auto. Again, no one really loves Keith Lee on the card market, so picked up the numbered 6 out of 25 for $10. So a bit of a bargain there.
It's really good.
Yeah,
mate.
You know what?
I like Keith Lee.
I do it all.
I like Keith Lee. I think he's great.
I think I'll never forget that Rumble where he sort of appeared and was like just cracking in that Rumble. So, picked that up really cheap.
Yeah.
And then the big thing for me was I've got my ComC stuff shipped. So that's basically all the shitload of stuff that I've had throughout most of this past few months, really. So match day moments, there's pyro in there, there's all sorts of stuff going on. So I'll probably get that sometime next June by the time it actually reaches me. But done my ComC. And then break-wise, I've just done the one break for Flagship, but we'll talk about that in the big topic.
Nice.
You can say which you did for the break.
I put bids on quite a few.
You don't have to explain the cards.
No. I put a few bids on a few things. So I went in for Ortiz and Satana because they obviously didn't. Obviously, there's a chance of obviously getting the double waters there. I also went in on FTR, but didn't win those. But I picked up out of all the things I bidded on, I got a break on Ortiz, and that was for $3.25. I then didn't see the break, so Christ knows if anything come up. I don't think anything did come up at that first break, but I think it was a half case break, wasn't it, if I remember? We all went in for it, didn't we? So
Yeah.
And that was pretty much me for purchases. Just a real quick thing. I bought, obviously, a load of cards for people for Christmas as well, so I've sent my dad a load of non-wrestling cards, which I've got online. He's a bit of a truck fan. So he's going to have some cards sent over to him for the very first time. So he's probably sick of having cards delivered to him of mine. He's going to have his own collection now. And in Secret Santa, not that they're ever going to listen to this pod, but he's a big Spurs fan. So I picked up some vintage Spurs cards off a website here to do like cigarette cards and stuff. So I picked up a set for him for Secret Santa for £5. So I thought, you know what? That's a perfect Secret Santa gift for a Spurs fan. So there we go.
Nice. I love an involuntary PC as well. So yeah, I like that.
A forced PC.
Nice.
Go on, Chris.
Right. So let's start it off. I mean, you guys can probably guess where I'm going to go, right?
Chrome.
But let's not start there. Let's start somewhere else. So I bought 6 single packs of cards from eBay in America. 1 pack of Chrome SmackDown, 1 pack of No Mercy, 1 pack of WCW Impel, 2 packs of TNA. One of them was like more like Impact, and one of them was like TNA. I think it said Icons on it.
Okay.
That rings a bell. And then there was 1 pack of Slam Attacks Mayhem in there as well. But $20, probably overpaid. But that's $20 all in, so like posted and everything.
Too bad though. It's only like a couple of bucks a pack, isn't it?
I just thought it was a nice like random mix of single packs. I'll probably open on my YouTube or something. I just thought it was cool. I kind of told you guys about this. So the 4 of exactly the same relic, Brock Lesnar shorts relic. That's my good friend Chalky. So he sent me the thing, and I said I'll get it. But then because I offered to use my US address and everything, he then said that he only obviously wants 1 of them, so the other 3 are going to us boys for entertaining him over the last few months. So appreciate that, Chalky.
Thank you, Chalky, for listening. Thank you.
We'll give him the nicest one, though. Yeah, how about that?
Yeah.
Nicest looking one. We'll give it to him. Okay, so right, let's do some Slam Attacks. So Slam Attacks.
That's definitely going. That's definitely going into my PC.
100%. Yeah, I think it's cool.
That. I didn't even think about like a short one for Brock, so.
Neither did he. So he sent me it, and I thought, it's cool, Schultz relic.
So sweet.
And then later on, he messaged me saying, I thought it was a shirt relic. I've just realised it's a Schultz relic. I was like, so he was quite happy about it as well. So
that's sweet.
Synonymous with Brock, I suppose, isn't it?
Yep.
Right. So Slam Attacks Chrome. Let's go. So I'm going to start off with greens. Green wise, I picked up another Undertaker. Thank you, Taker. I need 1 green now for the green set. Yeah, so 1. I've got like multiples of a few of them, which is slightly frustrating. But this one that I need, it's just not on eBay. I can't find it anywhere, so I'll keep that one on the back burner. But I will do that one. Scarlet. I got Scarlet, and I got a black as well from the same person. black one was Batista. And they were courtesy of Stacks of Cards on Whatnot. That's Dion. He also, Jamie, added me a load of extra, so I appreciate that, Dion. A couple of Ruby Waves in there. Ooh. So I'll let you know what I think they were like Elias and someone else, can't remember.
Oh, it's okay.
But yeah, I'll see if you've got them, Jay. See if you've got them. Yellows, I've got the Hogan 25th anniversary, which is a colour match. Shawn Michaels, Bianca Belair, Breakout Stars, and Batista again. They're all to 99, yellow, gold, whatever you want to call them. And then I picked up a whole shitload more coloured parallels from Mr. Dave Nagel. He just comes to me now, apparently, straight away, and just says, do you want them? He does me really good deals on them, so I really appreciate it. He knows what I'm trying to do with all the coloured parallels, so he's just trying to help me out, I guess. But one of the cool ones, or some of the cool ones, were Damian Priest to 5, which is like the red wave. Zelina Vega to 10, Candice LeRae to 25 and 99. So I've already got the other Candice LeRae one, so I think I'm done other than the to 5.
Mate, nice.
And then Dave's favourite, all aboard the Dom train, Dominic Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio, rookie.
I'm turned like Gordo Geezer's, honestly, changing my mind. I tell you, day by day, he's changing my mind on Dom.
I've not seen the Dom cape ever before, though.
Really slowly.
Cape relic. Yeah, so pretty heavy week in terms of Slam Attacks Chromes, because some of those ones are not, the ones from Dave were cheap or cheapish. Obviously did me a good deal, but the rest of them were not so cheap. A couple of little steals in there, like one of the Batistas I got for like $4. But I think the Green Taker, you're looking at like, like 20, 30 and things like that. So it does start to add up after a while for some of these bigger names. And then I haven't done any breaks in the last few weeks, just obviously Christmas, and I did a case break the other week, so I thought, probably should leave it.
You need to eat as well, Chris, you see.
I need to eat and pay the electric bill and shit like that. So, yeah. And the last thing, kind of segue, Dave, or segue. Big trade. So I don't know if you want to start us off, or do you want me to?
No, you start. Yeah. You can say. You say.
So
you can. Do you want to say what you got, and then I'll say what I got from you.
So I got an FTR. FTR. I'm going to show you then. FTR dual auto, base auto there from AEW Flagship Series 1, and then also the to 100, the red to 100 as well.
Yeah. So this is from Series
1 AEW Flagship, and then a little good brother gimme couple of Revolution parallels, which I appreciate, Dave, because I'm going to try and do Revolution, like just a set of like, the base or whatever I can get my hands on. So it's quite nice, actually. I appreciate that.
Do you remember that's the Triple H you should have won?
Right. Yeah, the guy I remember.
I didn't win.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
All
is right in the world again.
There you go. I thought that was quite funny.
Yeah, thank you.
So there, segue to me.
Yeah,
now?
So they're all courtesy of Dave. So Dave got something in return, obviously. So what did you get, Dave?
Obviously, I've got one of my favourite cards ever.
Good.
I love it. I've been admiring it all day. It came in the post today. I cut my thumb open it. I was trying to get the packaging open it. I was so keen to get it. But I got the Batista autograph from Select out of 25, the tie-dye.
Oh, that is a nice card.
Beauty.
Yeah. As soon as I knew Chris had it, it was earmarked for I needed in my PC at some point.
Did you pull that, Chris, or was that a redemption?
So Mr. Danny Tancredi pulled that for me. So yeah,
that's a lovely card.
That was the break. It was like a select box, something else. It was like a load of boxes, and I bought 2 spots, and in my 2 spots, I got Well, I got the two. So I bought 2 spots. I spent about $20-$30, and I got that Batista Auto, and I got like a Jey Uso relic.
Okay.
So yeah,
you did really well.
Played the odds.
You did
Yeah,
really
well
well.
done.
You played the odds and won, and you got it really quickly as well. To be honest,
Yeah, I mean, it's been sat in my US mailbox for months and months. So
yeah. So honestly, mate, it means the world to me like, getting this because I did need it for the PC. So thank you.
No worries, man. And like, the way I saw it, it is a beautiful card, and it was one of the nicer cards in my collection. But it doesn't really go with my collection. Like, I'm not that big on Select. I haven't gone for many of the parallels. Whereas Dave's collection, and for personal reasons, Dave wanted it. We got the deal done. So,
and it really as well, which I do find mad because we did the. So Jamie, like we did this proper way, like comps and everything.
Yeah, of course.
Like the deals that were offered on the table, comps and stuff like that.
All made sense and all.
But we like, you know what I mean? That's what you should do on big deals. You should do all that little deals as 100%. Well. You know what I mean? Like, this is the thing that I really want to like. It drives us mad, right? We hear like Tommy going through madness. Because like,
people
last week
where people know he's the Sheeda guy. People then I think try and take the piss with it to a degree.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I as long as it you can like not physically, but you can draw it together and it makes sense. Then it's fantastic. Sometimes you're shooting in the dark, right? Because you have no idea what price.
If there's no comps and new products and things like that, absolutely.
But it's that is like a nightmare because you don't know what you're shooting against.
But one of the things, with this that really bugs me about doing deals with people is someone. So with that Batista card, there's 3 or 4 of them on eBay for like 300-ish. But none of them are.
I think they go up even higher.
Yeah, I think so. But they're not. They're not selling at that price. That is not the price that they're going for. And even you look on comps, and even though they're a couple of weeks old, but nothing's sold since then. So that is to me that's comps. So really bugs me when people do it. Oh well, it must be.
But I love that we did it that way, man.
Yeah.
I love that we did it like we sat down. We worked it all out, and it all.
We got all the values, and completed. Yeah, wicked.
It's just, but I think it's so. I don't know how to explain this to people. You know what I mean? Like this is the way that it should actually be done. But thank you very much as well for the Edge green card that I got from Chrome. You've had that for a while, but I actually did forget about it. So thank you so much.
Yeah,
for that.
no worries, man.
And you the Velveteen Dreamer card. I can't find it actually. It's somewhere here.
Back in your PC. It's back in your PC.
Yeah, I've already slated it for someone else. Haven't I? So it's. I haven't had this for about 6 months. It's been on its journey. It came from me, and it's been on its journey, and it's taken 6 months to fucking get back to
Jamie,
me.
have you had it, Jamie? At some point?
Yeah, I've had it. Is it. Yeah, I've had it loads of times now.
Yeah.
I've had it twice. So
have you not had Jamie? Have you not had this one
yet?
Well, you know where that's going.
Actually, no, maybe I can't remember if I did.
Yeah. I sure
maybe
Jamie got me good this week
Chris
with
right
this.
Over,
Wow, yeah. So
go on.
Last week I sent him the 20 odd packs of Summertax 10th anniversary, and I put on the front of each team bag, I put a Velveteen Dream and I put an Abaddon relic. So that when he opened them, obviously he'd see him. Then I go and pick up some cars. I drove over to the Jamie's like the day after, and I didn't look in the box that he'd given me. When I was there, I was just like, "Oh yeah, cheers, nice one." I had a chat and that, and then I get home and there's all the cards that I'd just given him all back on the top of the box, just looking at me. I couldn't believe it when
like
I
a
saw
lucky
the Abaddon.
All mixed with this styrofoam.
God, yeah. So
well played.
Yeah, well played indeed.
I like it. It's just a bit of fun.
Yeah.
We love it. So other bits and pieces. So I did pick up a Panini Revolution Drew McIntyre Vortex Cubic out of 49. Got it for a good price. I've been after that card for like ages. I kind of forgot about it. And then it just popped up on eBay. Fantastic.
Boom.
Great. Into the PC. Still waiting for it actually, but into the PC. Do breaks. So I did. So Jamie was talking about before the AEW 2022 Series 2. Let's call it Series 2. There was 2 case breaks from Two Bros. Pick Your Wrestler, PYE. So 2 breaks, half a case each, so 8 boxes per break, so 16 in total. The first break I had Jade Cargill, which is a big scoop to be honest. Like I was pretty impressed with the price I got her for. Lee Johnson and Sean Spears, and on the second half I had Sean Spears, Jungle Boy for some fucking reason, I got him really cheap, and Powerhouse Hobbs. I didn't get any number cards, it was all, as I say, base, but I think I got everything of their base, including the pyros and the all of the canvas cards as well, so that was pretty cool. One thing before I move on to the next big one, I did pick up some autographs from Travis from OTP. He did actually go to a con. He went to Galaxy Con in Ohio this past weekend, and he picked up 3 autographs for me. So he picked up the Steiner brothers, so Scott and Rick, on WCW Tops 92 cards. So I got 2 separate ones of those. Scott Steiner didn't want to sign in a different color pen because he's a real man. Yeah. So there was that. And also Dr. Britt Baker DMD on last year's canvas card as well. Nice. So that was really nice. And Bully special prize. You can add in I am now the proud owner of Eddie Kingston's penis.
Card.
So rewind a couple of episodes when we were looking at AEW Spectrum, and we were talking about infamous cards in the set, and there was one that stood out in all of our minds, and that was the Eddie Kingston. It was the shirt relic. Yeah, it was our shirt relic. 25 out of 25. It was a piece of the top right-hand side of his shirt, and it was a bit of the rosary beading that went down. Yeah, but however, it's the color match, and it does look like
and location match and width match.
Yes, girth match. Yeah, so it's a big fat cock coming out from his pants, basically. So, Margaret, sorry. Poor Margaret. Hold your ears, love.
Eddie King Dong.
So, yeah. So it was just bizarre, man. And I was sitting downstairs. I was on eBay. I have the searches on, obviously. And so ATP eBay. But when you're searching for Spectrum, nothing really comes up in the UK because it's just desolate. Nobody has got Spectrum over here, generally. Nobody's research selling it at all. It's just not here in the UK. So other than Tommy, I think, and Germany, there's a lot in Germany. The Germans went hard on that stuff. Anyway, it just popped up in my search. Like literally, it was like the first thing in my search. I thought I rewound time because obviously the reason I know about it was on eBay, Yankee Bay. Like, and then somebody bought it, right? And I was like, have I gone back like a month or so in time? What has happened?
How quickly that's moved on.
It was,
very peculiar. But anyway, mate, that's the hell
somebody
of a story.
bought it for a lot more money than I bought it for, right? So
I know you're not going to sell it because you love his dong, but if you did, would you put eBay 1 of 1 Eddie's dong in the title? You'd have to.
I'd put Eddie. The thing is, like, can I get away with?
Oh yeah, that's
Eddie's
just
song?
true.
It's like
Eddie's phallus.
It is an iconic card though. Like it went all over Twitter and everything, didn't it? Literally,
Ooh, yeah.
Everyone was chatting about it.
Everyone's seen it.
everywhere.
It was a right mess. Oh, zero idea.
Yeah.
A right sticky mess. But no, honestly, I just can't believe that
You own it.
like everyone in the group. I think so. Sam from Icons was just like, "This is the best relic I've ever seen in my life." Johnny Tancredi, he honestly his reaction was hilarious. So was Trav. So was Brian Lyons.
Everyone in the community knows about
Really
this,
fun.
like the way this card looks.
Yeah.
Oh mate, it's very well done for spotting it because that wouldn't have been around long at all.
Nah, yeah.
I just can't believe it was one of us that actually got it. You know what I mean? Like after ranting and raving about it on one of our shows quite recently, and I said on that show it's never going to come up again. I'm gutted. Like I didn't get it. It's just, and to be the person that actually got it, it's crazy.
Liberating once again.
The chances of that happening, man.
Crazy.
Just
going back a little bit, you know, obviously about Bully Special Prize and DMD. I reckon that's where Britt Baker stole the idea from, was Jim Bowen doing the old spelling bit. He used to do each episode, didn't he, for the Dictionary Corner? DMD. That's where she stole it from, isn't it? You bloody Americans.
Oh God.
Stealing our gimmicks.
You got Starks with good game.
DMD doing a Jim Bowen. Bloody hell.
Brilliant.
Check that one with Bully.
Okay,
Move
right.
on.
Move on. Right, so we're going to do top 5 this week. So top 5, we're not going to do a mega 5, I don't think, this week. Because it's a bit... I think we're going to be a bit out there, the difference-wise. I don't think we can bridge the gap between our suggestions, I don't think. Not really. And I think, realistically, this one is be built... So we're doing the best products of 2023. So this is more so built for us to review next year to see how everything got on.
Yeah.
So it's more of a light one. So I don't think Mega 5 this episode, but we'll see how we go. So Jamie, go on. What is going to be the best products of 2023?
So obviously this is really quite tough for me. It's just picking things that I've enjoyed this year and hoping it'll be the same for next year. So although I haven't said that I'm going to be going in for it, I am excited to see what AEW Metal looks like and what the cards look like and just generally how they look other than being grey, really. I don't know how you guys feel about Metal, but
grey.
Other than being grey, but I'll put them on the list nonetheless. It's an interesting card and a new thing on the market for us, really, isn't it? Sort of real Metal card, so we'll see.
Mm.
Then I've got, we've mentioned it earlier on, AEW Allure. It's probably going to be the set that I go for the first part of next year. We'll wait and see. Looks pretty good so far. Interested in the buses, and we'll see how we get on. I think they're just a really funky set, isn't it? You know, I think we all agree we're quite excited about seeing that in one way or the other. So I'll put that as number 4. Yeah. Select 2023. I assume it hasn't been announced, I don't think yet, but I assume we'll get that next year as part of their regular thing.
Mm.
I would be really surprised if we don't get it.
100% we will.
It went down really well this year, didn't it? Like, everyone loved the images, all the parallels, everyone went nuts for it.
Yeah.
Blasters were good.
I was about to say, I think it went down better than Prism because of the
100%.
blasters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blasters. I think just the quality of the card, the sets as well, obviously the base sets, but going up to the melee level for the blasters, I think that was just outstanding.
I think going through from like Prism was a little bit of a letdown. Obviously, no one liked when it was really breaking. First of all, like it sort of went past quite quick. Revolution blew everyone's minds and thought, "Cool, this is really quite cool." Then Select came out and everyone went nuts for it. And I think that's probably been the product of the year on the WWE side of things. I would imagine. But again, looking forward to Select. And again, you can start building up the arc again, Lloydy.
I would, yeah. Snake, hopefully.
Maybe.
That's the new one, isn't it? Snake. Yeah. Hopefully for next year we'll get that. But I would say, like, Select, we're going to talk about it probably even more throughout our selections on the rest of the list. But I would say product of the decade. Like, I don't think this is product of the year. For me, product of the decade.
That's it.
Big shout.
I love it. I think like it's great. I mean, I know a lot of people will be like Chrome, but I don't think I've ever seen so many happy people ripping Select.
True.
Considering how big the hobby grew over this last year, right? There was not a lot of people walking away from Select unhappy.
So do you think then, in that case, this one in 5 years' time will be what we've got, like with the 2015 Chrome set and stuff now? Like, do you think this will be the one that everyone clamours for in blasters and stuff? As sealed?
Quite possibly, yeah.
I think definitely with the blasters. Maybe not so much with the hobby, but I just think a lot of it is to do with the 10s, the gold and the gold flash. Yeah. So you're getting 2 sets of 10s, right? And they both look amazing.
Yeah.
But as well, obviously the animal prints and the chase for the animal prints. It's been amazing.
The gold flash Hogan this year with that gold and the Hollywood Hogan is just my favourite card of the year, that image. I fucking love that card. I would love to own it. Yeah. It's a lovely piece of art, so.
The tie-dyes as well, man. You know what I mean? I'm looking at one right now, but the tie-dyes...
Well, I was looking at the Dude Love Mezzanine one earlier. It's so expensive, but it's so nice. I need that card.
Yeah.
But
that's the thing, man. Like, it's got something for everyone. Obviously, there's a lot of rookies, but... Not as many as Prism like did. Their first rookies, Prism took all of like the first card rookies for a lot of people, but I don't know. I think they're absolutely fantastic. I think it's an absolutely perler of a set, to be honest.
Even the color matches,
anyway,
even the color matches, like any of the Hart family stuff, like the Natty, the Brett, and the pinks and stuff. Like, I don't know. I thought I would have had it higher, but I was a bit biased for my next two. So yeah, Select would have been top if it wasn't for these next two ones. So apologies to Sam for this one. I'll put you right on the spot here. I'll put Icon Trading down as number 2. This year has been fantastic, and I think we can all agree that Kendo is probably the release of the year for us, ATP side.
It's the card of the year. Like,
well done to him for doing it.
What?
Just like the way he does things, the cards have been released, they come in mags, just everything about it is just quality. I've got no idea what he's got planned. I know he's obviously got big ambitions to what he wants to do, but I'm looking forward to seeing what he does next year with the line, whether or not he does more football or more wrestling or whatever he does. So number 2, looking forward to 2023 of Icon. And this one's a bit sort of,
I really want to do a collab with him and just like do someone really fucking insane. like Lympha Christie or something fucking mad. You know what I mean? Why not?
Put that one out there. So, and then number 1, because our ads are number 1, I'm interested to see what the Squared Circle Relics pod do for trading cards next year. So... I think, we'll wait and see what happens with it. But I like to think that we can try and do something next year between us. We had obviously a little bit of a test this year just to sort of see what the quality was like. I think we'll agree we liked them. We're going to send them out to friends and family. So, I'm up for doing some more with it and having some more ideas about what we can do. But if you guys are game, Square Circle Relics, do some more cards next year.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, that is my top 5. So, there we go. That's what I've done anyway, so.
Cool. Thank you, Jamie. Go on, Chris.
Right. So, I did have, at number 5, Revolution, but earlier on in the show, you guys, or you, Dave, said you don't think that Chronicles is going to make its 30th of the 12th release date. So... if that is true, then I'm going to switch it out and I'm going to put Chronicles in at number 5 because I was like, oh, Chronicles is something I'm really looking forward to. Yeah. And then I looked at the date and I was like, oh, bollocks, it's like just inside 2022.
Yeah.
So actually, actually.
Jesus.
So I'm going to put Revolution / Chronicles. So both like lower end, mid to low end stuff. No like guaranteed auto with Revolution. Obviously, I wouldn't mind seeing them change that. I would, even if it's some, jabroni NXT guy, I would still prefer to get an auto. I don't like not getting an auto.
I would say that even if it did come out on the 30th or 12th, I would still class it as a 2023. You know what I mean? Like, that's ridiculous. Like, it's not.
It didn't come out
it won't be here in 2022. You know.
Well, you never know that. So sometimes they send them like a couple of days before, so you get it on release day.
Yeah, we've got strikes that week, and so it's going to be the pit still. Yeah.
Well, the only people, as we talked about before, the pre-order, it's like the 9th of January or something like that. If it comes out on the 30th, right? Yeah. So we ain't getting it in the UK until 2023.
That's true. But with Chronicles, I mean, we kind of spoke a little bit about it earlier. It's quite a cool set to get all the different, releases that don't get their own individual release. So it might be a way of us seeing, other Panini releases, Noir, and what else do they normally have in there? Flux and things like that. So some quite cool coloured cards and just like random stuff that you might not see. I really like Absolute Memorabilia. I'm not sure if that's going to be in Chronicles, but yeah. Just a good chance to see some Panini products that we don't normally get to see. What else is there? Like Essentials, things like that. Number 4 is kind of like, I kind of made this up in my head as like I really hope that they would do something like this. So it's a Legends only set from Panini. So do you know what I mean? Do you remember that Topps 2017 Legends? Something to rival that. Because I don't think anything's come out sort of since then that's just Legends. And I think
and put a 101 rock in there for a chase, man.
Yeah, put something really cool in there, and and like I've put down something like a 1-on-1 or a Noir or something with cut autos or triple quad autos, booklets, that relics. Kind of thing. Ticket relics, people are getting on with the tickets at the moment. So, and then even just seeing some guys who we haven't seen in the Panini products as much, or if at all, if they could get some just some different guys from the Attitude Era, or do you know what I mean, something like that, some Ken Shamrocks or Bob Holly or someone. I'd prefer that to pull in some of the current guys. So. It would definitely, if they were to do something like that, I'd be on board straight away. So,
they've got a plethora of people, but they just never really reach out to them. I don't know if like contractual and stuff like that. There's so many people, especially from the Hogan era and stuff like that, and the Silver era and stuff like that.
Mean Street Posse.
Triple Posse.
Wow, mate.
There you go.
Triple Posse, man.
Wicked.
Wink, wink, Sam.
Yeah, there you go. So at number 3, I have gone for AEW Skybox Metal. So release date is April, I think, isn't it? Yeah. And for me, this one is the PMGs. I think the PMGs are going to blow up, and I think they'll be the green ones, especially that are to 10. I think are going to be big cards.
It's supposed to be in January.
Yeah, January, yeah.
Oh no, yeah. Sorry, this one is. Do you know what it is? I've written it the American way, so I've put 4 whatever. But yeah, I've done it the wrong way around.
Yeah. Well, allegedly, it's out. In January. I'd say they're 2026. Maybe.
Yeah. But with the PMGs, it's like. If you've got, so Upper Deck had NBA in the sort of 90s and late 90s and stuff. And if you've got one of these, Jordan PMGs, they're worth big money now. So I just see it going that way. I think it's something like the red is it the red is there's 90 of them or something. Yeah. Then you got your 10 greens and your 1 gold, 1 of 1. I really like the Intimidation Nation autos as well. I don't know if you guys have seen them.
You like the
from
electric,
this
it's
set.
got like lightning bolt type thing about it, isn't it?
I think so, yeah. And it's just the font that they've used on the card is really like 90s. It looks like, I don't know if you guys will know it, but the font they use on the NWA album, Straight Outta Compton, is like the same font basically. It's just such a 90s vibe to this product that I'm probably gonna not go all in, but I'm gonna get a box of this over Allure, I think.
I know, like, so I'm not like comparing that at all. I think, and I know you've been looking forward to it, and I think it's going to be great. Really, I think generally all of us will go and get something from it. You know, like something at least from it, whether or not we get a hobby of it or whatever.
Yeah.
And I hope it does go onto the e-pack.
I would love it too.
As
yeah,
well.
Absolutely.
I think that would be great. My fear of it is that it will be another Spectrum, where we all thought Spectrum was going to be huge, and it wasn't. And it just kind of like Spectrum never made it over to the UK, right? No. Like,
still not around now, is it?
Still doesn't. It baffles me, and I just kind of think, and I think it might happen with Allure as well. It's just the unless it's Flagship, these secondary ones are just not going to come over to the UK, and it's not going to be as popular. There would be less breaks. I mean, like BC Breaks didn't even break Spectrum because apparently
not enough interest was there. Which I don't. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I just don't know, mate. Like, I hope, don't get me wrong. I hope for the best of it, but I just don't.
Yeah, and I mean, me being ever the optimist, I just think because of that 90s kind of nostalgia vibe to it, I just think it's going to be a sleeper, and it's going to when it comes out, I think it'll be big. So, but we will see. That's what this is all about: seeing if we're right or wrong, and end of next year, seeing what our hot takes were. So you never know.
Definitely an optimist. Definitely an optimist. The whole Spectrum thing just threw me for a loop this year.
That's fair.
I didn't see that coming at all.
Mad. So number 2, again, it's kind of like a fictional, unfortunately. It is something new from Panini for the UK. So again, being optimistic, something that's sold in shops, has autos, and has numbered cards. I'm hoping that they've heard the criticism of their debut edition, and that they, are going to start catering more to the UK market. Even if they, they don't have to have everything in shops, but even if they went down that Tops route of putting, a couple of 100 hobby boxes up for sale on their UK website, even that would help me out. But yeah, really, just a product for us to get behind almost. Do you know what I mean? None of us could get behind the crap that they brought out this year. So yeah, just something with autos and something to chase.
Yeah.
Ironically, we were more into the stickers than we were the cards.
Absolutely.
You especially, Lloydy, bloody hell.
Crazy. Yeah.
I still can't believe. Well, it wasn't my fault, but I wouldn't have got them otherwise. But but it's just crazy.
I noticed something with my the sticker box opening I did on my YouTube channel. I didn't even know this, but it's actually nearly hit 2,000 views. Which is crazy.
It is crazy because
who would have thought that?
People like stickers,
absolutely. So not me either. When I put sticker videos on there, they never normally do that well. But maybe because it was a UK, Europe kind of exclusive. But yeah, so just something from Panini to sort of pull their finger out for us ATPers, really.
That's just reminded me. Bloody Panini haven't sent me my spare sticker that I ordered for 28p. I haven't had that arrived yet.
How long ago did you do it? It took a while for me.
Bloody long, about 2.5 weeks ago, I guess. Payday.
Oh no, it'd be a month at least.
Jesus.
Because they come from Italy, so.
Oh, okay.
7 years later.
Right, and I'll finish off. So number 1, I've gone the other way to you guys, I think. Prism is king. That's all you need to say. Prism is king. I just want to see how it plays out, really. I don't believe that Prism is a better product than Select. I think, they're one of the, it's all personal preference, but I prefer Prism to Select. Yeah, just see what happens. I want to see what price it comes out. I want to see what. Yeah, this is it. I don't think it hits the $1,000 mark. I don't think it goes over that on the resale market, but I think it will probably get close. I think it will do $600-700 a box again.
That's what I was going to say. 700. Yeah. I think it'll be half the price that last year.
I think people will be pissed off with what happened last year, but then that won't change anything. People, when it comes out, it happens every year with NBA and NFL and soccer and stuff. So why not WWE? Do you know what I mean? It's just Prism as a whole is just that, if you can get one of those big cards from it, it's, dollar signs, isn't it? So and yeah, I guess they have the first off the line, so we'll get a glimpse of that, how that does at first to kind of gauge it. But in my opinion, the way to go at the beginning is just to do breaks. Like, do you know what I mean? Don't go in for it and hold off and just, pick up some break spots. So yeah, that is my top 5. How about you, Dave?
Cool. So 5's a bit of a mess because I've put on there AEW 2023, AEW Metal, NXT. Didn't mention. I thought NXT this year was good. I'm going through it at the minute. I think it was okay. Rev, I did like Rev, but I think it was because of all of the releases that we had, it kind of got lost in the shuffle, especially when Select came out, which is a massive
I'd love
shame.
to have seen Rev in the shop here in the UK. Can you imagine if that was like in our UK exclusive? That would have sold really well in packs.
Crazy, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it would have done, yeah. And I also had Spectrum there. I did enjoy Spectrum. There were certain elements that were really good. There were certain elements really bad. I can't pick any of them as a 5. And that is just like the base of what I believe is coming out next year that I can't really rate. And I've really had troubles with it. So at 4, I have Chronicles and Allure. So I'm happy to put Chronicles at 5. And I'm obviously a big supporter of Allure. So I'm hoping that will do great shakes next year. It's definitely coming out next year as well. It is a 2023 product, hopefully. If it's going to come out in April, I suspect it will actually come out in April or around. I think there's a lot in it that it will be fun, and that's what I like about the hobby, a bit of fun. Number 3, it pains me to say it, but it's whatever the high value product for Panini is going to be next year.
So do you mean like impeccable?
Impeccable, but I don't think it'll be.
Did you guys see? We haven't mentioned this, I don't think. The Immaculate. Someone was signing Immaculate.
Yeah, so I was going to say, I think it will be Immaculate or something around that.
1-on-1 or,
Yeah, it'll be something like that. It'll be some high-end product. It will only be, I think, 1, potentially 2, but whatever it is, will do great business like Impeccable did. I think with all the problems Impeccable actually did have, it was still very popular. Personally, it's not the product for me, but it was still very popular, and I think it will be top 3.
I actually saw the Lesnar appear from Impeccable on a Facebook group last week, the one numbered 2. It was the number 1 out of 2, and I thought, Jesus Christ.
Crazy.
I don't know what the price was on it, but yeah, well done for putting it out.
Yeah. Number 2, I've actually got Prism. Yet again, pains me to say it a bit. I wasn't a fan of... I'm not going to say I'm not a fan of Prism, but I'm not a fan of... I think more so than anything is the photography of Prism. A lot of it's very far away. There was a lot of horizontal instead of vertical cards, and a lot of the horizontal cards you can barely see them. You know what I mean? I like that the outline of them is a bit jazzy and stuff like that. I love the White Sparkle. I thought that was kind of one of my favorite cards from 2022. But the one of one being black, I know it is throughout Panini. Like Panini does that a lot, but for me personally, I really struggle with it.
I think there should be gold one-of-ones.
This should be gold, or like a super superfractor. There should be something to make it stand out, and black is not it for me. And I don't know if it's all the way through all of their sets, but it's all the sets that I've seen.
I think it is, I think it is.
So I don't want to say all and be wrong. I don't, you know what I mean? So it's just not for me personally. I think the green out of 5 with Select wasn't for me either. What did they have for Prism? They had... I can't remember now.
What, all the different colours?
Yeah.
So there was quite a few. So you started, it was Red Wave, which is...
No, I'm talking about like low
numbers.
numbered after 1. I can't remember after 1. There was definitely a 3, which is first off the line, which was like a gold shimmer. But anyway, regardless, it wasn't the product for me. It irks me that Bron Breakker, it's his rookie card, and I really have to invest a lot of money into getting the parallels for his rookie card. It does irk me that I have to do this going forward. That will be my main goal for 2023, getting as many Bron Breakker parallels from Prism that I can.
Your Prisms, you had...
It feels like a chore more than...
Sorry. I was like...
I don't know what happened there.
And dead air. So Prisms.
So I just had a quick look online. So we've got black, which are the one-on-ones. Gold shimmer out of 3 with first off the line, like you said. Out of the 8 with the lucky envelopes, which appeared out of nowhere and no one's seen them ever since.
Yeah.
Which were X-fractals,
yeah, they're sort of like the
you know what I mean?
cracked looking one. Then you've got gold out of 10, blue shimmer first off the line out of 10, and then you start working up through. So you've got Mojos out of 25, green Pulsar out of 25, and then you've got all your teals, oranges, purples, and then working your way up to unnumbered.
It's weird they didn't have out.
Yeah, that's what I typed in Prism to 5 WWE and nothing's come up, and so they just didn't do it. Odd.
They did with.
They
Select,
did, because it's the green, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, because I've got the
RVD
Van Damme one, and wasn't a fan of it. Talking of that, my number 1 is Select. As I said before, it was the product of the year for me. The photography, the cards, all the different layers. I thought I wasn't going to like it at all. I thought it was going to be a bit of a weird one. But I do think that if they carry on doing it next year, I think it'd be great. I really do. I think fantastic. There's obviously the same wrestlers across all 4 of the base sets as well within Select. I didn't mind it. I thought they all had a bit of something different in each one of them. If they did repeat them through, I really liked them. I do, Chris, I would say this. If I had my business hat, I would put Prism first.
Yeah, so
obviously it's going to make the most money. I'm going purely. I'm following my heart instead of my head.
Yeah, and I would say I opened a Select hobby box, which I didn't do very good on. I'd got a Bron Breakker auto, which saved the box, but other than that. And I didn't open hobby for Prism, but I did open blasters and fat packs. But yeah, Select, even with only kind of getting the Bron, Select was still a better product. It's just the reason I've gone for Prism first is because I kind of see it as the measuring stick. So if you might find things don't work at the way that they normally do, and Prism doesn't sell, and then Select sells better or more than Prism, and I'm not sure that's ever happened in NBA, but I know for sure that NBA Select sells for more than what WWE have been selling it, whoever's been selling WWE at. So could be a different one. But what I was going to say to you, Dave, is you bought some blasters of Select this year, but you didn't go for a hobby, did you? Would you go for a hobby box next year, or would you stick to, just blasters and picking up singles and breaks and things?
Well, I still need to get a hobby, don't I? Because Trav wants me to get Cause the only thing I'm missing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really, is to pull a zebra, and I've done it all. Even though I have many zebras, but I probably will buy one at some point when the price point goes down a bit more further.
But do you think you'll buy 23?
But that's the thing. I don't think I'll buy Prism or Select. They just are too expensive.
That's fair.
Like Prism, regardless, like fucking out.
Prism's crazy, yeah.
Insane prices. But Select, even like 200 plus. Like it really, something really big needs to happen. And I was saying that with Chris, as I saw some bad boxes. I saw some good
same.
boxes, everything. But the thing is, like with me specifically as well, and this is one of the big things from this year that I can take away from, is that a lot of my money and the time has gone through to the breaking, right? And it's not because I enjoy it, it's because specifically I would want to get cards from people. And I know I've got it down to
after.
I've got it down to bronze, but before that I had Dolph, Nikki, ASH. I had loads that Omos, like
Reggie.
loads that I was going after. Reggie, I fucking love Reggie. There was loads I was going after, but I just, because of space reasons more than anything, I've had to cut it down, and it just is what it is. Like, I don't want a whole box full of stuff that I don't really want to collect. And with those boxes, you're not getting enough cards to complete. I think you are with NXT.
NXT, I think you do,
you get a lot, 24 packs in the hobby, but the majority you're getting 12 packs. You're not going to complete a base. You're not going to get anywhere near it. So I just don't want a load of loose cards that I'm just not going to use for anything, and I'm not, they won't get sold. They won't go in the PC. They'll just be in limbo basically. So I think that's the biggest problem I have.
That's fair.
With it. I know we've gone a bit off topic.
No.
It's just generally.
I think that's part of it for me as well. Like, I want to rip product, and I enjoy ripping product, but for the price of these things, like, trying to get a whole base, there's no point for me ripping, and it's got to be a good price point for me just to enjoy that rip. And I did try and save up quite a lot this year for when I went to the States to maybe buy some Select, and you couldn't get it anywhere. Like, Select seemed to be sold out everywhere. And it shows you what a good product, and everyone latched onto it, didn't they, really? I was quite lucky with, I think I bought it at the floor, because I got it for, I think it was like 175, and I haven't seen it really. And
it's still that cheap now. That's cheap.
Yeah, now, it's still around 200 sort of price, isn't it? So tough one.
It's a testament to the product, to be honest, because I'm waiting for it to fall. When it does, I'll go for it. But testament to the product, it's still high. Great. But as I say, anything can happen. We've probably missed the loadout because they just haven't been announced. We just don't know what's going to happen. Obviously, the thing is, it's year 2 for Upper Deck. I know it's really the year 3, but all their products came out in 2022, right?
Yeah.
So it's really year 2 for Upper Deck, and it's year 2 for Panini. So I'm hoping, my big hope is that the prices will reduce,
stabilize. I would say,
yeah. The quality of the cards potentially gets better. I doubt that that's going to happen, but I can always hope. I've got high hopes for 2023, but we'll just have to see. the good thing is it's a lot more content for us.
Yes,
there's plenty.
So exactly. We as I said before on many of the shows, we were always really fearful of the amount of content we were going to have, and fuck me, we had a lot. So in 2022, and that's with all the upper deck delays, right? Yeah. Talking of which, we're not going to do the Mega 5 obviously this week, but talking of which, let's circle back. Let's go to our big topic. Let's talk about Upper Deck AEW 2022. Did it hit its release date? I can't even remember.
I don't
think so.
It wasn't too far, was it?
A month, I think.
Yeah, because originally the first
2
one
weeks,
should have been
months,
October, and it came out January. So,
weren't too bad.
It's good for them.
Yeah. Nobody moaned about it that much. And that is generally because Spectrum, the Spectrum drop was very near to it anyway.
Yeah.
Right? So what did you guys think of it? What's your initial? I say initial, it's been quite a while now. So what's your thoughts about it all?
Jamie?
Oh, okay. Right. I think I haven't ripped any of it yet, and I probably don't plan to rip any of it yet. As we were alluding to earlier on, I'm still going to focus on 2021/2. But from what I've seen of it so far, it's kind of similar in some ways and not similar in others. I quite like the canvas cards again, having those out again. Don't think necessarily it's needed to have a silver and a gold parallel for it. That I don't know if I do.
I quite like the gold.
If it was only gold,
I like
it would be nice. But I think having the silver doesn't make it look any different to the year before's.
To the normal, I do agree with that. Yeah.
So I would just have.
I like the fact that there is. I like the fact that there is, because it's something different to last year. I don't like with canvas. Let's talk about canvas. Might as well, because it is like one of
canvas
the biggest.
Is a lovely card.
Things,
I love
right?
it.
It's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Me personally, I think the images that are worse this year than last year. I think that the short prints are crap, basically, and there's we've said it before that there are basically it's the copy with a few different people from last year. Yeah, there's a couple of tweaks. Why do they do that? It's mind-boggling. I don't know why. Canvas, it's never been the best thing for me about it, but I did love the fact that there was a gold element, because at least, so the reason I say that is because there throughout the whole of the Series 2, let's call it Series 2, there is a reduction on the complexity of the actual product.
Yeah.
Because last year's one was great, but fucking bonkers.
Fucking tell me about it.
This year, they've really scaled it back. But the one big thing that they did for me that I think was the win, it was to add the gold variant on the canvas. Personally, I can see, Jamie, why you don't like it, but for me, it's one of the big.
Yeah, I would have just the one color. I would like just a gold to make it a bit different.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It is what it is, really.
What's the ratio?
But that would have been the change. That would have been the change, right? From the last year, is make it gold instead. You know what I mean? So there is that. Yeah.
Does anyone know the ratio on the golds to?
So gold, I think it was like one in every 1.25 or something like that. It's still quite high odds of getting a gold out of the boxes, I think, compared to a normal one.
Yeah. I don't know. With all the breaks that I did, I don't know what golds to what naught base that I got. Basically, I couldn't see. They were going so fast, and the thing is, they didn't know the difference. Yeah, so they were just going canvas, canvas, canvas. I'm like, you can see that there's a difference. So, and they didn't stop for it.
Here, so
they didn't stop for the short prints either, by the way, on the breaks.
So short prints are 1 in every 40 packs in Hobby, E-Pack, Blaster, or Fat, and then the base is 1 to every 4.4 packs, and then a gold on top of that is 1 every 1.25 on top of that. So 1 in 6, I guess something like that would be a gold.
Okay.
On the canvas. So yeah,
I saw.
So not really rare, but
I saw
a
mainly,
little rarer.
Yeah.
But I think they're nice cards. I think. I just think the imagery on them is not as good as last year. I prefer, like, if I think back to Series 1, I think there's a lot better imagery on them that I've seen so far anyway. I haven't seen them all.
I think...
Personal choice, maybe.
I think the other ones are quite good. I quite like having more parallel colours on it this year. And I think they stand out a lot more than they did year one. So obviously you only had that corner, but this year, like, you've got purples and the reds. Which always looks quite nice. It actually looks, a different parallel. And again, something worth chasing. So maybe I might go after the oranges because they're like to 299. So I may go after them in the long term, I guess.
Yeah, I like the fact that generally throughout the packs you are getting pyros quite regularly. Yeah. However, the dynamite out of 299, which is like an orange, and then the purple pyros out of 199, I think they are they're the big wins for me as well. I like the fact that they're numbered, and I think they're pretty cards.
They look really
well.
nice. Yeah,
they always pop. Those cards. Yeah. I like the base pyros as well. I think they do pop. So I quite like there's a bit more variety on them this year as well. Like if you are a bit of a rainbow hunter, like you can probably get a nice rainbow of who you like within AEW this year, which is quite a nice little addition, really. The other things I quite like. Sorry, mate. I was going to say before you move on from the base, two other things. One, the tag team base is very similar.
Similar.
But I did like it. You know what I mean? Like if it's shit
there was nothing wrong. Exactly.
There is one glaring thing that I hated, and nobody's really speaking about it. So the biggest thing, and if you have a look at the card, right, like just a base card. So the surround of it, right? Like if it's normal, it's like grey, but like if it's got a bit of colour on it. If it's a parallel, so that bordering is the same of what was it over the top?
The top rope,
top rope,
yeah. Oh
it's
mate, that is
really
well spotted. Yeah, it is.
I hadn't spotted that.
And I think that is really shit.
That's cheeky.
Like, I think that
I want to look at one now.
Yeah.
They've only bought one plugin pack for Paint Shop Pro.
Mate, it was bugging me for about 2 weeks. I was like, what the fuck? And then it just twigged one day, and I was like, oh my God, it's all they've done is copy and paste.
And they've actually, for the gold, exactly the same as the gold top rope as well. Yeah, 100%. Oh. Jeez. Yeah, I didn't roll spot.
Good shout.
It's just I just can't believe that they've done it. I did like top rope.
It's top rope.
It's not over the top rope. I've got so many of them, but I did love them. I you know what I mean. I was a bit skeptical of them at first, but I did grow to like them a lot. But I just think this is a fucking cop out, man. Like, they've not done an original design. They've just plastered it on their base.
Yeah, no, I didn't even twig. Well spotted, Lloydy.
Yeah.
So that alone, for me, it's a with this set. Like, regardless of the likes and the dislikes, for me, it's not for me. So, do something original, fuckwits.
On the other thing, so we've done all the positives. I'm going to go a couple of negatives now so far.
Well, that was a negative.
No. So,
that was a big fucking negative.
The other negatives. The breakout cards, I don't really like those as a card compared to Wednesday in Action.
No way. No, I'm on the other side of the fence on that one.
I like the design of the breakout with the broken glass, but I don't like the image within. I think if you had something else in the middle there, I would have preferred a better image, like an in-ring action photo. I find
because I was going to propose next week that gets into our Mega 5 for the inserts, because I love that.
I like it,
I'm Chris. I'm on your boat, man.
Sorry, lads.
Jamie.
No, I just don't like the profile photo in the middle. I just don't think it. I think you could do something else with it. That was all.
Yeah.
Especially, I don't know if you've seen the Darby Allin, but Darby Allin is just like a shit photo for it. It's like, have you guys seen it?
I haven't seen that one, no.
So it's just like Darby Allin, but it's got like this really shit fake fire behind it, and it's just, it's not. The image in the middle isn't for me. I would prefer another type of shadow box.
There was interesting choices as well, right? With regard who was actually in the breakouts.
Yeah, a few of them you're like, really? Like, I think that they've already done that.
Yeah.
And there's a few omissions as well. But it's what it is. I like them. I like the fact that they've obviously taken over the shadow box, right? They've swapped out the shadow box for this. So when you basically don't get a autograph, generally they've included one of these. I say each to their own. A lot of this today has been each to their own, Jamie. So if you don't like it, it's cool. It's just
I'll just put better imagery in the middle, really. That's all.
I do see what you mean with the Darby Allin one. It does look a little bit cheesy.
Well, Ricky Starks is exactly the same as well. Like it's just that same photo with his portrait. Yeah. So
I hadn't seen it.
Let me just send you. Yeah, I've just put it on the chat, but it's just. I think they could have done better with that. But other than that, the rest of it is okay. I quite like, obviously, the relics and stuff. Now, obviously, we have parallel to the relics, would look quite nice. Generally, for a flagship product, I haven't really got many more grumbles about it on my side of things, really.
What about the amount of autographs?
I don't really know much about them. I'll leave that to you guys, really.
It's like one. It's very limited.
Really?
Like it's like 4 a case or something.
I think it might even be less, isn't it?
Oh, it was a tiny amount.
I know that I've seen,
and the buyback counts. As
that's as well. That fucking buyback.
The pen.
Jesus, they use like a biro on them, and they're blue biro, and it's just awful.
Oh. The odd person who signed it has kind of gone, oh, maybe I'll sign it somewhere you can actually see it.
Like JR.
But some of them are terrible, yeah. Really
I know
bad.
that they've been like individually numbered to 15 and they've got the back on them that obviously is like the authentication and stuff.
They just look shit.
As an example, right? I spoke about this earlier on. Travis went to GalaxyCon this week and got me very, very kind of him, got me a DMD auto on a canvas card. And Jamie doing his Jim Bowen. And I think it was like $40. And you've seen it, it's in white, it looks lovely, absolutely fantastic for $40. I'd rather go and get how much, well, two or three of say 2 or 3 of those cards, the same price as buying the hobby box
free.
Of AEW. You know what I mean? So, and yeah, like the chances of getting them really small. I think they're terrible personally, and the amount of money people want for them
crazy.
As well, it's fucking ridiculous.
But like when I first saw these, and I know that I made a mistake in thinking I didn't see the back of the card. I just saw the front and was like reacted straight away and was like, "What the fuck? Anyone could do that." And then I think you guys said, like, "No, there's a thing on the back." Could you not do that like yourself? Could you not print off something and stick it on the back and then, do you know what I mean? Like it looks so bad on the front that I just feel like it could be easily replicated in some way. So
if I was
a big no from me.
I would have done the canvases, like you were saying, number the canvases, get them on a nice coloured Sharpie or a paint pen and do number to 15 on the canvases. I reckon you'd get a lot more buyback, and people are obviously doing that anyway. But having that, C of A on the back would just have that extra bit of value. But just the blue biro pen on it, just
shit.
awful.
Yeah.
Do you know what went through my head when I first saw one? Because I didn't know that they were coming out.
I don't think anyone did.
No, surprisingly.
And then when they got pulled, I was like, "Oh, that's nice that they've done that. That's a nice little surprise." And then I realised how shit they were. And then I was like, well, this is just lame. Like, I can't believe that they've actually done it. But they could have done so much. It's just, have they gone the extra mile to do it?
Not for 15.
I don't know.
Like,
you know what I mean? Like, but it's like handwritten 15.
Just rubbish. Yeah, even just stamp them. Do you know what I mean? Stamp them and then you can't replicate it. I don't know. Just, it bugs me. What about relics? Or are you not there yet, Dave?
Well, the fact, with which relics they are, like the
same as before in it. It's just canvas.
We don't have
black shirts in it.
Well, it's only canvas. There's no shirt relics this
okay.
time, so it's just canvases. The design of the card's terrible. Generally, I don't like the little circle
is what
relic
I'm.
at the
Yeah,
bottom.
kind of.
It's very tops. It looks really cheap. Personally, I'm not a fan of it. But if people are a fan of it, great. But I mean, it means nothing. Like, it's not from
anything on the back.
I don't think it says an event. No. Nothing. So what's the point?
No, it just says on the back. I'm just reading now. It says this has been certified to be used on an official AEW match, and that's all it says.
Yeah,
we got these last year as well, and they weren't that popular last year either.
And they're going for nothing.
In fact, they were a lot less short printed. A lot of them were last year. They were like to 50 most of them. So you
can get yourself a nice Lucha Brothers double canvas relic if you fancied it, with 2 pieces of canvas from an undisclosed AEW match.
I've got I do actually have a double canvas relic in my PC. Oh God, Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio Sky. SCU. There you go. SCU. I do have the double canvas relic from last year from them out of 25. I got that opening a private box with BC Breaks actually. And it is a nice card. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, Little Percy. It's the only one I've really done, to be honest. But it's a nice card, but they did it last year and it wasn't that popular, so why do it again? Like, they had a lot of the set is that they have run out of ideas. If you look at, we can transition that to Outside the Ring, right?
That's awful.
It wasn't fucking popular back when WWF and WWE did it. All the Outside the Rings. In fact, people look at them as comedy shit, you know.
Even when they've done it in Tops, though, like they've done like the Total Divas insert sets, like they were just shite in those. Like no one gave a toss about them, and they were like really hard to pull, you know. Just they're not very good, are they?
I would say the one I do like is Santana, the where he's walking.
I quite like the Ortiz one as well, though. The Ortiz where he's like throwing an American football. I think that's quite cool.
But I just, it's not needed. What is also not needed is the debut dates, because we already have new arrivals. So why? I just don't understand. Like, these are the bigger names that they've obviously included in these, like, you know, Christian Cage,
like Thunder Rosa,
CM Punk, exactly. But they're just not needed there, really, because they already have this in a different product. I tell you, the one part of it though to talk about a bit further, maybe main features. Did you actually like the difference in the main features this year?
I think it looks better this year than last year.
Main features, yeah.
See, I preferred last year.
I think a lot of people preferred last year.
And it's just because of the photography. Like, personally, a lot of it. And as well, the mind-boggling thing from this year's main features is that they didn't include Jade.
That is
like,
random,
and there's a green. There is a green parallel for main features, and they didn't include.
There's
Jade.
a red velvet
what
one.
What are they thinking?
Red velvet green one there.
It just doesn't make any sense. Like, a lot of this doesn't make any sense. it feels like a lot of it was thrown together. I haven't actually seen those jumbo matte relics.
I haven't seen any surface yet.
I never saw. I didn't.
I
see
think
one
they're redemptions. I feel like I think they could be.
I haven't seen it. I know that they're low serial numbers as well.
Let's have a look.
They're like to 10, aren't they?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you're right. Redemptions. Yeah, they are. Number to 10.
Number to 10.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen them. So I don't know. Like, I think personally for me, there's a lot more negatives than last year. I get what they were kind of trying to do to make it more simple, to make it more accessible to people. I do think the photography is better this year than last year on most of the cards.
I like the photography from it. An example I had was the Lance Archer. I can't think if it's the canvas or just his normal one, but I really liked that photo they chose. Yeah, I think most of the photography is pretty good.
The Brit base, I saw a lot of people slag that off. I love that compared to last year. However, I don't like a canvas this year. I think the canvas last year was better. But generally, yeah, I think the photography is a bit of a win, to be honest. But
it's
I don't know.
It's a bit like AEW this year. It's sort of trying to hit the mark, but it's just a little bit short of what we would like out of the flagship product.
Yeah, I would say, for me personally, lazy.
Do you think that's because they wanted to get it out?
I'm not being horrible. I'm not being horrible, really, by saying this. I want them to do better when I'm saying it's a bit lazy. I want them to learn from this and make a better product next year. I just don't think this is it.
Just on a quick note as well, have we had any feedback on like condition of cards? I know last year there's a lot of complaints about dinks and foil coming out. Is it the same again, or is it bad?
I've seen a few. I haven't seen as many, but I've definitely seen a few. And like, you think they would have learned from it, but they, it seems out of their control. Yeah.
I think I've seen a lot about
dings in the middle. I've seen a lot of in the middle at the top. I've seen quite a few dings in there.
That's annoying.
Really obvious ones as well.
But as I say, every product gets it. But yeah, the one big thing from last year was obviously the manufacturing, and I hoped last year that they would learn from it. I haven't seen as half the amount of reports on it from people than last year. What about you, Chris? Did you see? I would say it was a lot worse last year.
Yeah,
especially with peeling and miscuts were a big.
It will be interesting when people start trying to grade them to see if we get any like non-gradable because of miscuts and things. But no, to be honest, I've only seen a few that have had dings in the middle and on the corners. I haven't seen any peeling issues yet. But could be out there.
Great though, fantastic. They took that away, and I know that they can't do much about it, but they can use. And we obviously know that they don't print their own cards, as most people don't. But you can still work with the printers and say this is not acceptable. Yeah. It's not befitting of our name when you're doing this kind of stuff, and they have to pick up the shortfall of it as well. If cards are miscut, you have to basically send something back. You've got to replace them. So it is what it is. But I just hope really they listen to feedback from customers and they move forward, and next year's a better product. If AEW is still around.
That's like I'm missing the fucking shit done in this year.
Oh God, we hope. Right, I think that's the end of the show, guys.
Nearly there, I think. Yeah,
done well.
End of the show. So normally we talk about next week and what's going to be happening. We kind of know. So next show will be our Christmas
kind of like our annual review. Yeah.
Ironically, Chris, it's your week, and your
Christmas
special.
I've never heard that one before.
Christmas Crow.
I love it.
Wee.
Okay. But obviously we'll be reviewing the top detail of our mega fights and seeing how and if we can improve them or change them depending on our thoughts and feelings.
I think there might be some changes
Since
there.
we did
Obviously,
them.
we started May, June. We've done this, and we've had a lot of stuff come out this end of this year. So it'd be nice if we make a few changes and tweaks.
Yeah.
Do we need to? Is anyone written them down?
We went over this the other week, didn't we? Jamie wrote them down and then threw them away.
Yeah.
So
we had a clear out.
Okay.
So it's going to be 2 episodes each, I think, in here and I'm
Okay. We'll need to sort that out because we need to do it quite quickly because we need to work out in 2 weeks' time what would what else would we want to bring to the table. So we've got to do some work.
If you don't,
with that, boys. But,
if you don't want a Ken Nakasaki card, your prize would be reviewing 13 episodes of our podcast on Mega 5s.
Yeah, please. If anyone can do that for us, that'd be great. So I'm looking forward to it, guys. Obviously, the beers. I don't know, Chris, are you going to be drinking?
You never know. I could have a beer.
Okay, beer.
I'll be on non-alcoholic beers, so I'll be on those if that's all right with you guys.
Yeah, it's fine, man.
I'm probably going to be.
Only because
Last night in,
the truth of the matter is, I've got to take my brother to the airport very early Friday morning to Heathrow. So.
Okay, sensible.
So especially Christmas. That's when they're going to catch you if you are slightly over. So
definitely.
I'll be dribbling on your shoulder. Don't worry.
I'll swing by Milton Keynes and bang on the door at 3 in the morning if you fancy it.
Yeah. Fuck off, Jamie. I'm trying to sleep. Okay, so we do the plugs.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, sure.
Plugs. Go on, Jamie. You plug
right,
us.
Okay, so. Now I've got to try and remember all my things now. So Facebook, find our new group. Search for Square Circle Relics Pod group and you'll find us there. Again, the old page is now gone. So if you are trying to find us, it has vanished. So join the group, join the chat if you want to do live videos, if you want to do pictures, if you want to share anything funny in there, just join the group. And again, into next year, maybe try and do some more events and stuff like that. So join the group, join that. If you want to get involved on the messenger chat, again, we're talking so much stuff in there. Gordo always talks about Dominic Mysterio, which really irritates Lloydy. So if you want to see them have a husband and wife spat around that, you can see.
But he has been posting his purchases and he's been buying some really cool Dom cards the last few weeks, hasn't he? Yeah. Dave's loved it.
He's done very well. He's done very well. Yes.
But again, as Lloydy said last time around, we're doing things early in the group and in the messenger chat, so you'll get this a bit earlier than everyone else. And again, if we're already in Panini Instance, we'll do that exclusive for people in the live chat. So yeah, all this sort of stuff. Come along and just join the fun, really. We're still adding to it. So yeah, message any of us, we'll add you to that. If you want to find me on Twitter, I'm at Jamie Stocker on Twitter. Again, always chatting cards on there if you want to hit me on there. And the Instagram, look for Square Circle Relics Pod on Instagram. Again, at the minute, we're putting our Advent pictures on there each day. After Christmas, we'll be going back to the usual pattern of a photo a day with a card and an image behind it. And we've had some famous likes on the Instagram over the last few days as well. So quite happy with that. So yeah, if you want to head on over, check that one out. And that's pretty much me for the plugs.
I got a love heart from a Brazilian NXT lady.
Did you like your Advent yesterday?
She did.
Oh, Valentina.
Colour matched.
No, we've had quite a few people this week.
I have an admirer.
I can't remember who else we've had. Obviously, we've had Dave Mastiff.
Dave Mastiff, Saxon Huxley.
Saxon Huxley is all.
Shah Samuels
has liked our post, yeah. All the NXT UK lot loving us over here at ATP. So, yeah, if you fancy a bit of Instagram action, come join us over there, and that's it.
Cool. Go on, Chris.
So, first of all, I want to just give a quick shout out to Mr. Johnny Tancredi for his Hobby Talk episode. Shouted us out on there multiple times, and it was a really good listen. Really enjoyed it. It was nice to hear him say that that we kind of inspired him to do it, to get to the, you know, the nerdier side of collecting the cards, rather than, you know, it's not always just about money and grades and blah blah blah, which is, you know, it is about those things as well, but it's nice to, you know, get both sides of it almost. So really good episode. Well, that's it. And yeah, Johnny's really knowledgeable on everything that he talks about, and it's not just wrestling. He talks about soccer and F1 and Pixar and, you know, all sorts of cool stuff. So yeah, if you are thinking of joining their Patreon, do it, because you'll get these, you know, bonus episodes, you'll get hobby talk, and you'll get the investment blog from Danny as well. So yeah, shout out to those guys for that.
I talk to him daily. He didn't tell me about this. I was surprise. Like, oh, so you've got your own show then, dickhead.
Oh, bless him.
No doubt I'll probably be on it at some point.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He did say he'll have guests on it at some point, but I could listen. I could literally listen to him talk about cards for hours, because he's just really knowledgeable and good guy.
He's the same with us as well. Like, he's said to me many a time, I just can sit back and listen to you guys.
That's how I feel the same. Yeah, that's it.
You know what I mean?
It's cool.
It's great.
Yeah, so shout out Johnny for Hobby Talk. If you want to find me on socials, Cambridge Trading Cards on Instagram, Twitter, that YouTube, latest YouTube videos, decent box of Slam Attacks Chrome. I won't give too much away on that one, but yeah, it's multiple hits on there. Some Ultimate Collection stickers from 2017. That's gone up last week as well.
I watched that today, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, I didn't know that sticker set existed.
Yeah, did you know?
No.
Mad.
No, I collected them at the time, actually. I've got
I saw your album in the background there.
The album there, yeah.
Yeah.
I went quite hard,
though, didn't you? To be fair, though.
Yeah, it really bugs me when you get that. Yeah, when you get the same pack basically multiple times, really annoying, but happens. So yeah, there's things like that. I've got a SummerSlam 2019 hobby box going up sort of next week, and you never know, maybe some AEW Flagship. I feel like I need to at least break one of them, but we'll see. And yeah, just one more quick reminder, if you want to give us a 5-star review, all the guys who've already done it, thank you, and I've added you to the list. At this rate, everyone will be getting a prize. But yeah, if we could just try and get a couple more, it'd be excellent. So yeah, over to you, Dave.
D_Lloydy boy on Insta. That's about it. That's about it. I love when everyone go off and do their thing, and I'm like, I'm around too.
just
follow me, come talk to me. I'll be around.
You're always around.
To be honest, I'm normally on a Facebook group chatting shit on there, so that's generally what I do.
Poking fires.
So, yeah, exactly. So happy days.
Just a real quick thing as well. See England-France this weekend. Predictions. What do you guys reckon? Just quickly on football.
Fuck France.
I'd
like to think we could run through the French, but we'll see.
I personally, I think France will win, but I want obviously England to win. It's just the quality of Mbappe and co.
But I don't know, because he does. I know he's good. Mbappe, obviously, very, very good, but PSG don't do anything in the Champions League, and I just think our defenders are, they're Champions League quality. I think we've got a chance. I think,
the problem is with our starting 11, there's questions obviously with Shaw, there's questions on Maguire. They do put a shift in for England, right? There's no
faultless for England, in my opinion, both of those guys.
Club form, not great. I don't know. I have a feeling that France have had a very good tournament. England have had a good tournament, but France have. I don't know.
I just think
I want England to win. I want England.
Fucking Giroud, I don't know. I just think he wouldn't get in so many Premiership teams now. Who does he play for? AC Milan or someone like? I don't know. I'm not sold on the French. I think they're going out. They're going to go home.
I like to think that they are going to go out. I think as a team, we seem to be quite good still. We seem to be tapping it around quite nicely. I still think we've got a massive gap with our defence. Like, people get past us so easily at the back there. But I think we'll give it a good go. But yeah, I would like to think we can just get past this hurdle and then onwards, really. I think we'll be all right, but we'll see.
I knew Morocco would beat Spain. I just knew it. I literally I had this premonition of they're going to beat Spain, and I'm so glad that they did.
I think the whole team effort thing is such a big part of all of this. Like, just because you've got some big stars, but just playing as a team goes such a long way.
If Portugal win the whole thing, I'm going to be so
same. Oh no,
fucking Ronaldo! It'll be fucking annoying.
I just think that this tournament is sort of turned on its head with Germany, Spain. There was who was the other big guy that got knocked out? I can't remember.
All of them.
Some Belgium. No, Argentina
Belgium,
is still in, but I just think it's just England are always this round of 16 quarterfinals kind of team. I just think times have changed, and
always the bride.
And I think it's time for us to be the bride. So there you go.
Yeah,
Christmas coming home.
Did I tell you I went to see the World Cup in Switzerland?
No.
Oh yeah, I did a couple of years ago. I'll send you pictures of it. Yeah, it's behind bulletproof glass, but it's the actual World Cup. So I have seen the World Cup up close. You can walk around it basically in Switzerland. It's like the Football Association museum.
Nice.
Okay,
pretty cool.
Yeah,
they've got a couple of old chairs from the old Wembley Stadium. In there.
Nice.
So I thought it was quite funny. Old wooden chairs. Hilarious. Anyway, guys, thank you very much, everyone, for listening. We love you all, and speak to you in a couple of weeks.
Take it easy, guys.
Cheers all. And fuck John Cena.